Hello, students. My name is Alok Mitra, and I will be taking a class on Venn diagrams and set theory. So, we'll not look at the theoretical aspects of it, not so much. What we'll do is we'll look at Venn diagrams and set theory and some practical applications of it, as insofar as that is relevant to our examination, the CAT. Okay. So, on the CAT and in various other examinations, not just the CAT, but also in banking and railways, many other examinations, government examinations in SSC, we have problems from Venn diagrams and set theory. And they come not just in the quantitative aptitude, but also in logical reasoning questions, LRDI questions, we find Venn diagrams. Those tend to involve a lot of work, a lot of variables. And on the CAT in particular, particularly in 2012, for the first time, we had four variable Venn diagram sets. Okay, four variables. This came for the in the CAT first time in 2012. Okay, two variables and three variables are much more common, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 2018 slot 2 had a very good question, but it has also come after that as well. But 2018 slot 2, I remember, I have the question at the very end of it. And two variable sets are also common. Two variable sets are quite easy. You will find them in QA questions, in LRDI as well, but LRDI, two variables are too trivial to be given in LRDIs. So we will see how we do this. Okay, first, let us look at two variable sets, and this is done through a matrix form. So this is the first question that I have here. So how many attendees are at a convention if 1/5 of the student attendees are neither female nor students, and 1/6 of the attendees are female students. 2/3 of the attendees are female, and 1/3 of the attendees are students. So you might say that, why am I saying two variables? There's so many things: females, not students, and female students, but they actually two variables. So if either you're a student or you're not a student, right? You cannot be somewhere in between. If either you are a girl or you're not a girl, you cannot be something in between, right? No offense meant to transgender people. No offense meant to transgender people, but these very sets are not politically correct, so to speak. So let us look at it. Let us draw variables. What are my variables? So either you are female or you are not female, right? So F bar. Either you're a student or you're not a student, right? So let us say that this is females and this is students. So this is student bar. This is a female bar, that is not females, not students. Okay. So whenever someone is a student and a female, that is a girl and a student, that person is here. Okay. Let's say we have x number of girls and x number of boys, whatever. Okay. So this is x, this is y, right? So there are x number of girls who are students, y number of girls who are not students. Okay? And this is the total number of girls. So this is x plus y. Here in this particular square, what do we have? Particular cell, what do we have? We have students who are not girls, that is boys, not girls. Okay. So we have, let's say, call that P. And here we, in this particular cell right next to it, we have those who are neither students nor females. So PQ. The total number of folks who are not students is, not females, is P plus Q, right? And so this total number of students, total students, okay? This is total students. Total students is x plus p. Total number of not students, students bar, is y plus q. So now this final cell, what does this give us? This cell gives us the total number of attendees. Total number of attendees at this particular convention, right? So what do I get? I get x plus y plus p plus q. So what I get here, and we can get it by either summing up the verticals or the horizontals. If we sum this up, we still get this. If we sum this up, we get this. Right? Understood? Very good. So I will proceed further. Okay, I will just take this to the next page. I will add a page here again. I will give a moment. I will duplicate this slide. Very good. And this duplicated slide, I will just rub this thing off. Okay, I will rub all the whole thing off. I will begin afresh. And there are calculations in the previous slide. So I will provide a PDF of the workouts of these questions. All of these questions, the workouts will be provided to you. So now we have this. While we have this, we'll work this out on the next page. So as we did in the previous one, we have female, female bar, students, and student bar, right? And what do we have here? We have the totals here, right? We have the totals. So what have we been told? 150 of the attendees, 150 of the attendees are neither females nor students. Keep this in mind. 150 of the attendees are neither female nor students. So what have we been given here? Where will we put this? Neither female nor students. Where do I put this? I'll put it in this particular square, right? Here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? And what have I been given else? What more information do I have? 1/6 of the attendees are female students. 1/6 of the attendees are female students. The total number of attendees, which comes here, let me call this x. It's my variable x. Okay. What do I have here? I have x by 6. 2/3 of the attendees are female. 2/3 of the attendees are female. That is total. Female total, which is this. So 2 by 3x. Again, remember this column is the sum of these two columns. So what do I have here in this column? In this particular cell, okay, this row. So I get 2 by 3x minus x by 6. What do I have here? The simplest way to do it is, I can do it orally, I can do it in my mind. I can do this kind of calculations without touching pen to paper. I will just, in my mind, I know I've done this many times, so I know it. Okay? And you just do the LCM in your mind because it's 6. Okay? So the LCM of the denominators is 6. So this is 4x. This is x. So 3x by 6. That is x by 2. Right? This is x by 2. And I have 150 here. Right? So what do I know here? 2/3 of the attendees are female and 1/3 of the attendees are students. And 1/3 of the attendees are students. I've been given also. This last information. So this is x by 3. So I need to form an equation. Where can I form this equation? That is the equation. This I do not know because I do not know this particular cell. This particular cell is not known to me. I do not know what to put here. I cannot form the equation on the vertical line. On this column, I cannot form the equation. But I do know this cell. How do I know this cell? I can do it as I'll just write it outside. Okay, so I'm just doing it here. That this is x by 2 plus 150, right? So what does my equation become? My equation for this cell and this cell, if I add these two cells up, right? If I sum of these two cells, I will get the total, sum total, right? whether I sum on the horizontal or on the vertical, on the row or on the column, I will get to my total cell, right? So what do I have? Is equal to x, right? Again, what did we do the last time? What we did was we took a LCM of the denominators, right? So let me just move them from one side to the other. So I have x minus x by 3 minus x by 2 is equal to 150. So in my denominator, I will have x by 6. I will just move the calculation here. Okay, I will just move the calculation to this side. From here, I'm moving the calculation here. Okay, so there's no space there. So 6, 6x minus 2x minus 3x is equal to 150. So we have x is equal to 900. You have the solution here. So this particular question has 5 options because it's a GMAT question. It came in the GMAT a long time back. And GMAT usually has 5 options. So I also kept it with 5 options, right? I didn't make it with 4 options. I kept the original question. My next question is also quite similar. It's very similar and it's a very simple question. And that also has a question from the GMAT, which is why you will find that that question as well has 4 options, not 5. Sorry, yeah, the 5 options are not 4 as you would find on the CAT. But some other examinations have the system of having 5 options as well. On the ZAT, you have 5 options. On the CAT, you have 4 options. On the banking and some other exams, also you can have 5 options. The 5 options are not so. It's not so uncommon. It is not an aberration. It is quite common. You have 5 options. It is quite common for you to have 5 options in these exams often. Okay. So let us go to the next question. I hope everybody is clear on this. There is no dispute, no doubt. Right? If you have any doubts, do get in touch with me later, okay, after the class. And I will duplicate this slide once more and then take it from there. Very good. Okay. So now this is a very simple question. This is a very simple question. Of the 645 speckled trout in a certain fishery that contains only speckled and rainbow trout, so there are only speckled and rainbow trout. The trouts are of two kinds. So I know the variables speckled and not speckled, or rainbow, not rainbow. Speckled, speckled bar, rainbow, rainbow bar, however way you put it. Okay. Or you can say speckled and rainbow. That's on, maybe that the 2 columns is speckled and rainbow, or the 2 rows are speckled and rainbow, whatever. The number of males is 45 more than the number of females. So again, we have another variable, male and male bar or female and female bar. I'm not trying to be, sexist, gender neutral. So I will say female and female bar, if that makes people happy. Oftentimes, that not the issue here. So if the ratio of female speckled trout to male rainbow trout is 4:3, and the number of male rainbow trout to all trout means my entire column, my entire, like the sigma thing, okay? I'll again draw the thing here. This is very important part, drawing this matrix. These questions. Just give a minute. These kind of questions, if you draw the matrix well enough, everything else is fine. There's nothing else to do. And we'll see just now with the other variables as well. 3 variable problems. I will not do the 4 variable problems here today. It will be for some other day. My pen and my board seem to misbehave. They tend to do that from time to time. I really have no control of that. So we have speckled here. That's a variable. Okay, let me do it in blue. And this is rainbow. This is speckled total and this is rainbow total, right? And now what do I have? I have males and I have females. Male bar or female bar, whatever you can use it the way you want to. Now I've been told, I have been given the information, I've been given that 645 is the total number of speckled trout. And of this, here I've been told that, let's say, the male speckled trout, right? male and speckled, okay, male speckled, is total number here, that is what goes in this cell, is twice 45 more than, okay, 45 more than twice the female speckled, and male speckled plus female speckled is 645. Now I will work this out. Usually I will not. I usually, when I see the 645 figure and I see one is 645 more than twice the other, I subtract 645, I have 600, 2:1 ratio, 200 and 400, right? I will not solve this on the exam day. That would be a waste of time, and time is at a premium. But for an introductory class, I'm doing it. So 3fs is equal to 645 minus 45. Female speckled is 200, right? So this is 200. That means this has to be 445. My next equation tells me that ratio of female speckled trout, that is this, okay, so this is 4:3. That means this has to be 150. And the male rainbow to total to all of it, male rainbow to all of it, keep in mind, male rainbow to all of it is what? It is 3:20. So this should come to 1000. You can work it out. You can know all how to work this out. So now if I sum up the horizontal, I don't have any vertical information. I can get the vertical information, of course, but horizontal is easier. So this comes to 355, right? This is 355. Female rainbow has been asked. This has been asked. Okay, I have been asked to find this particular. So what do? I know. Let me call this x. Okay, let me call this x. This is a variable. So let me just go back to the blue color where I was writing this. So 150 plus x is equal to 355, right? So subtract that. So x gives you 205, and this is my option D. Understood? Very good, students. Let us move to the next one. So this is actually the two examples I've worked out of the overlapping set variables, okay, overlapping sets. Now we will move on to what we can call the three variable approach. I was told that this is to be, okay, I did not need this page. Very good. This is a three variable approach, three circles, Venn diagram approach. This is a Venn diagram approach. It's an extremely easy and simple way of solving these kind of questions. Okay, this is a very simple way of doing these things. It is very elementary, if I may even add. So we have 68 students in total. Keep in mind there are 68 students in total, and each student is registered for at least one of three classes. At least this language gives it away immediately. This is a language which immediately gives it away that this is a three variable problem. This problem is a three variable problem. Right. So what do I have here? What are my variables? My variables are history, math, and English, right? And what do I have here? What exactly do I have here? I will just see if I can get some of the shits working. Let us not get involved in too much technical stuff. It becomes a nightmare to get things to work in this kind of drawing a perfect circle. Okay, we're not here for an art class. Right? I will draw an imperfect circle, and I hope you will all be perfectly content with it. But however, before I go further, I will just duplicate this particular slide because I need to work on this multiple times. Very good. I can continue to change slides. The question will be on top. Okay. So we have three circles here. Okay. We have three. I'm calling it a three circle method. It gives it out. Okay. So we have to have overlap. So people can register. Keep in mind, people can register for history. People can register for only history. People who have registered for history, There are three kinds of people: history only history, history plus maths, history and English, and history and math and English. So you can take all three subjects. You can take only one subject. You can take two subjects. Okay. So we have to do it. Okay. We have to actually do it like this. Draw three circles. Let me call this history. Let me call this math. And let me call this English. Okay. So how do I do this? The important part in this kind of problems is naming convention, which is very convenient. If we have a consistent convention, you don't have to do it the way I do it, but be consistent. Okay. So what I do is the all the single ones go A, B, C. The overlap D, E, and F. So what does A mean? A means only history, okay, and G is all three. So G means the people who have taken G, the students who have taken G, have taken history, have taken maths, and have taken English. They have taken all three subjects. Someone who's only C, the number of students only C, they're only English. They're not doing the other courses. They're not doing history and maths. They're doing only English, right? So 68 is the number of students. So the first equation that you can write, the first equation, sum this whole thing up. Okay. If you sum the whole thing up, okay, I'll do it in blue again. Okay. A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G is equal to 68. And in here, A plus B plus C is only 1, only 2, and this is all 3, right? This is only 1. Keep this in mind. And G is all 3. So we have been given the equation. We have been given the equation for history. We've been told how many students are there for history. 25 students. That means A plus D plus G plus F is equal to 25. G I have been given, I've already been given that only 3 students registered for all 3 classes, right? You can straight away replace G by 3 as well. Okay, you don't have to right now, but you can do it. Okay. We can simplify this equation as A plus D plus F is equal to 22, substituting G as 3. And this is equation number, let me call this equation 1. This is my equation 2. So now I have D, B plus D plus E plus G is equal to, again, I've been given 25 for maths. If I simplify this, I will get B plus D plus E is equal to 22. What have I done here? I've taken G out. G is 3. I've taken G out. And then what do I get? I have C plus F plus G, this circle, C, F, G, E, right? And I will simplify, I will take G out right now. I'll just write this. C plus F plus E is equal to, I have been given 34. 34 minus 3 is equal to 31, right? So this is my equation 4. So I'll go to the next page and just write the equations down once again, okay? So just to make it simple. Okay, I'll just write the equations down once again. A plus B plus C plus E plus A plus G, but I'm just taking G out and I'm taking 3 out from both sides, 65. Okay, let me call this my equation 1A, first equation. Then I have A plus D plus F is equal to 22. A plus D plus F is equal to 22. And I have B plus D plus E is equal to 22, and I have C plus E plus F equal to 31. All these three follow from this one graph, okay, one thing. So these are my equations. Let me same as two same equations I've done before. This one I named 1a because equation 1 had g. I have eliminated g from both sides. Okay. Let us add 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I add 2, 3, and 4, if I add equations 2, 3, and 4, what do I get? Okay, I'm summing up these three equations. Okay, I'm summing. Let me just do it in mark it out in red. Okay, I'm summing these up. Okay, so what do I get here? A plus B plus C. I'm getting D twice. Just see it. I'm getting D twice. I'm getting F twice and I'm getting E twice. Just notice this, right? So I can easily say 2 plus D plus E plus F, right? Because students are doing it twice. I'm summing up this number of students who registered for history, but there's an overlap. There are students who registered for history and have registered for English, and there are students who registered for English and history, right? That is this F part, right? So I'm counting English, I'm counting F, and I'm counting history, I'm counting F. I'm double counting F, right? So that gives me a summation, this summation. So how much is this? This is 75. If we add it up, it takes time, but add it up. Now if I subtract, let me call my equation 5, okay? If I do 5 minus 4, sorry, 5 minus 1a, no. Let me separate this. What do I get? I will actually separate everything. I will be left only with D plus E plus F is equal to 75 minus 65 equal to 10. So only D plus E plus F is the number of people who have registered for all three classes, which is this, right? D plus E plus option B. This is also a GMAT question, so I have two things. Okay, I've got 5 options rather. Okay, so let's continue further. I did not need these slides. Very good. So I'll just move on. This is my second question in the overlapping set questions. Okay, this is the Venn diagram approach. The second question. So let us look at this now. How do we do it? It's a very simple question. Have a look at the question and then I will proceed with this. Okay. So now my total is 59, right? I have three circles again. But now what are my variables? So minimum of 1 and maximum of 3. So students can join all three academic clubs, 1. So my academic clubs are given here are the poetry club, history club, and writing club. So P, H, and W. So let me do 3 circles. Poetry, history, and writing. Okay. So A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. Keep this A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. G is all three. Okay. Maximum of 3 and minimum of 1. Minimum of 1 means A or B or C. Maximum of 3 means G, and the 2 is D, E, and F. Okay. So the people who are in D have P and H. In E, they have H and C. In F, they have P and C. Okay. So I can again say that my first equation is A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F. If you follow a consistent naming convention, this becomes automatic. Okay, this is very automatic. Okay. Now what do I have? I have A plus B plus C, A, B, C. Uh, no, not sorry. 53 is 59 students. Okay, so what I've been given, I have been given that 6 is for 6 students have joined exactly 2 clubs. Okay, so this is 6. D, E, F is 6. Okay, D plus E plus F is equal to 6. I've been given here D plus E plus F is equal to 6. Okay, so I can write this A plus B plus C plus g is equal to, I'm subtracting g from both sides. G is equal to 6, so it's 53. That's my, let me call this my equation 1. I will just not like write excess equations, okay? So what do I have now? What do I have now? My next equation to be given is in the poetry club. 22. Okay, so a plus d. Let me just write this again. A plus d plus g plus f, right? A d g f. This whole thing is equal to 22. So we can say b plus e plus g plus d is equal to 27. And then what do we have? We have c plus f plus g plus e is equal to 28. Can I add all of these? If I add this, I will come back to my original equation, but with 2d plus e plus f plus 3g, right? Instead of d plus e plus f, we'll have a multiplier before that, okay? So let us add these three equations. Let me add these three equations. Very simple. And I'm adding these three. Okay? So I have a plus b plus c plus 2 plus d plus e plus f plus 3g. So what do I have here? I have 77. Right? I'm adding these three here. Right? Simplest way is 28 plus 22. That is 50 plus 27 is 77. Okay? Now d plus e plus f is 6. So 2d plus e plus f is 6 into 2 is 12. So I can easily, very simply say a plus b plus c plus 3g is equal to 65. I am subtracting d plus e plus f into 2 from both sides. So now let me call this my equation. I have not named the equations. I will not name them now. You have understood it. Equation 2. Now let me subtract equation 1 from equation 2. What am I left with? I'm left with, this is a plus b plus c and g. So I'm subtracting this. This cancels out. I'm left with 2g. Right? 2g is equal to 12. So what do I get? My g is equal to 6, right? And what do I want? I want g. How many students sign up for all three clubs? All three clubs is g. This region, g is equal to 6, right? So my answer here comes to g is equal to 6, option C. So we have looked at two problems which deal with set theory. Now we have one more problem, but which I will not solve here. It will take a lot of time, not for this kind of a class. This is a CAT 2017. I'm actually, my apologies, this is 2018. This is 2018 slot 2. This is CAT 2018 slot 2. So this came on CAT, okay, 2018. There are 4 questions. 2 of the questions were theta questions. Questions 1 and 2 were theta questions. Okay, these are theta questions. One was theta. Theta questions do not have a negative marking. Okay? Other questions do. So you have to type in the answer. Calculate. Don't have options. 2 and 4 had options. 1 and 3 did not have options. Not a very difficult question. It's an easy enough question. I remember I solved it myself on exam day, which is why I actually have included it. I am partial to slots. I myself sat for. Okay, slot. This is slot 2, 2018. I remember because okay. So I prefer my slots to be the morning. Okay, let us in that case end the class, and I will end it now. Okay. Hope you understood everything. Any doubts and questions? Get back in touch.